Hello and welcome to this brief tutorial about tuned percussion scales. Hopefully some of the information in this video will help you in learning your scales for your grade exams and general practice. So easiest scale by far on any keyboard instrument like this, be it piano or tuned percussion, is C major. So let's start with that. You could continue on up into the upper octave. You could go backwards. That's quite easy, obviously. But if you found that tricky and you couldn't move from note to note, a good thing to do with tuned percussion is to strike each note more than once. So maybe 3 times. And it gives you time to think about the transition from one note to the next. If you're playing obviously a scale that has some sharps and flats in, that makes it a little trickier. And again, you can apply this technique to it. So I'm going to pick one of my favourites, E major. So E, F sharp, G sharp, A, and so on. And obviously this isn't an exam requirement, but over time you could reduce the number of strikes you give to each note. And basically the more strikes you give to a note, it gives you more thinking time to think about what note you play next. If you have a teacher with you and you're learning a scale from scratch, I'd suggest you maybe try this. I'll try this with B flat major. So you strike each note 4 times, the teacher tells you the starting note, and as you strike the first note, they tell you the next note. So you just play and listen, basically, and it's quite straightforward. Here we go. So B flat major, starting with a B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. It's really easy. Obviously you'd need an adult to help you with that, or somebody just to read out a list of scales. Maybe you could write the scale note names on a piece of paper for a relative or a family member, and they could read them out to you. It's quite easy, but it really helps in terms of just getting the scales really quick. Anyway, I hope that's useful, and see you on my next tutorial.